Hi, class and professor. My name is Destiny Lowe, and I will be doing my informative speech on teen pregnancy in the U.S. Making a decision to have a child is momentous. Momentous. It is to decide forever to have your heart go walking around outside your body. A quote by Elizabeth Stone. I had a friend that I went to high school with, and she was pregnant our junior year of high school. And she was one of my best friends, my closest friends. Me and the father of her child were best friends. That's how we met. And she was pregnant through our whole junior year of high school, and she was so stressed out. And I seen firsthand how hard it is being a teen mother and going through a teen pregnancy. A little after she had her baby, her senior year in high school, her little sister also was pregnant in high school for her junior year. And it was the same stress all over again, just even watching your younger sister go through the same thing you did in high school. Babies having babies is a popular thing going on in our youthful society today, and they need to be helped and educated on the importance of teen pregnancy. The main points I'll be talking about in this presentation are the teen pregnancy in the U.S. and its statistics, importance of prevention, reducing teen pregnancy, and promoting health equity among youth. Teen pregnancy in the U.S., according to CDC, in 2010, a total of 367,752 infants were born to women aged 15 through 19. Years for a live birth rate of 34.3 per 1,000 women in this age group. This is a record low for U.S. teens in this age group and a drop of 9% from 2009. Birth rates fell 12% for women aged 15 through 17 years, 9% for women aged 18 through 19 years. Teen birth rates declined for all races and for Hispanics in 2010. While reasons for the declines are not clear, teens appear to be less sexually active, and more of those who are sexually active appear to be using contraceptives such as birth control and all those things. The U.S. teen pregnancy, birth, sexually transmitted disease, STDs, and abortion rates are substantially higher than those of our Western industrialized nations. The importance of prevention, according to the CDC's prevention also, teen pregnancy and childbearing brings substantial social and economic costs through immediate and long-term impacts of teen parents and their children, which is saying that by teens having babies, it's just costing more for parents and everybody else to help out with teens having young kids, and it's just costing way more money than it would if more adults were having kids. Teen pregnancy accounts for nearly $11 billion per year, in costs to U.S. taxpayers for increased health care and foster care, increased incarceration rates among children of teen parents, and lost tax revenue because of lower educational attainment and income among teen mothers. Pregnancy and birth are significant contributors to high school dropout rates among girls. Only 50% of teen mothers receive a high school diploma by the age of 22, which isn't really good at all, because if teens weren't getting pregnant at such a young age, they would be more worried about school and graduating and proms and graduation and all the good events that come with that, instead of get ready for a baby shower, buy baby clothes, and get ready to go in labor in hospital. That should be something that a teen shouldn't have to experience in their teen years. The children of teenage mothers are more likely to have lower school achievement and drop out of high school, have more health problems, be incarcerated at the time during adolescence, and give birth as teenagers and face unemployment as young adults. And this is sad, because all young adults should have that experience, that college experience, high school experience. They should be able to do the same things that every other young child does in life. And not to blame, but because of their parents having them at a young age, they don't get enough out of life either, because their parents were babies when they had them, so they can't teach them much. And it's just, they don't get enough education as they should from a real adult parent, let alone a child parent that hasn't even experienced everything in life for themselves. Reducing teen pregnancy and promoting health equity among youth. Knowledge of sexual issues such as HIV, STDs, and pregnancy, including methods of prevention, is good for teens to know about. Perception of HIV risk, to prevent themselves from getting that. Personal values about sex and abstinence. Every teen should know the do's and don'ts for sex, and they should know, especially abstinence. They should learn that at a young age. The intent to abstain from sex or limit number of partners. They should know communication with parents or other adults about sex, condoms, and contraception. And this is a big one because parents should always talk to their children about having sex without condoms, using contraception. Even if you are using contraception, even if you are on birth control, it still doesn't prevent you from having sexually transmitted diseases. Although young teens these days think about, okay, well, if I'm on birth control, I don't have to worry about getting pregnant, but you're so worried about just getting pregnant that you're not understanding the other risks that can happen to you worse than a pregnancy. Not to say, but I would rather be pregnant than to have STDs, especially non-curable STDs. No one should go through that in their lives, especially at a young age. Avoidance of places and situations that might lead to sex. That's a good one. If you know being around a certain guy or a certain phone call or a certain text might get you to in a situation that you really don't want to be in, and you really don't know how to go around it or give the right, or you're scared of saying no, just don't put yourself in that predicament. Don't answer that phone call. Don't reply to that text message. Don't invite that friend over if you know you're going to be kind of forced into having sex or doing something that you really don't want to, but you do it just because you like a certain someone or something like that. And always just the intent to use a condom. I know everybody says condoms aren't good to use and they dry you out and it doesn't make sex so good and all of that, but at the end of the day, condoms are protecting you in every way, whether if it's from STDs or pregnancy. Sometimes they don't always work, but for the most part, besides abstinence, condoms are really important to use for teen pregnancies. Maybe if teens didn't have so many excuses about condoms and used them a little bit more, there will be less babies having babies. That's how I say it, just babies having babies, because it's true, babies are having babies. When you're 15, 16, 17, 12, 11, 10, you're still a kid to me. You're not a grown adult. You can't vote. You can't sign signatures on papers or anything, so you're still a baby. In conclusion, teen pregnancies are a very popular subject to touch and to get across to our youth to understand what they are putting themselves and their children at risk for. This matter can be prevented by the help of friends, family, parents, teachers, school, guidance counselors, therapists, anything that you think can help your child. If you think you don't have the ability to help them as much as they should, then you should really try to get them help and get it implanted in their heads that having children at a young age, it isn't cool, it's hard work, and you lose so much of your youthful life. You can't experience anything that you look forward to as a child becoming a teen. And it's just sad that a lot of kids in my generation and in my little brother's generation aren't even able to experience what they should be able to experience as a child, and they just have to grow up so fast and mature so fast because they have someone else to live for and someone else to take care for instead of just living their lives taking care of themselves. And to leave you guys with the memorable statement, reducing teen pregnancy and birth is one of the most effective ways of reducing child poverty in the country. This is another quote by Jordan Brown. Thank you everyone for listening to my presentation.